What's happening, guys? We're back and we're gonna be doing a bunch of welding today. Alright guys, before I get started on the actual episode, I need to clear something up about last episode. In that I mentioned that Scott had made the comment to do an episode without music, and you guys commented right back some rather nasty things about Scott. Scott's actually a personal friend of mine, and when he made that comment, he was really trying to, be constructive. He wasn't saying that there was anything really wrong with the episodes. He just wanted to help make them better, and he felt that they'd be better without music. So I really appreciate you guys commenting back and showing your support for me and what I'm doing, and really kind of ragging on Scott for it. But no need. I actually had him over for dinner last night. We were chatting about it, and we both think it's hilarious that you guys all jumped to my defense. Yeah, so we did the last episode without music. There wasn't anything really, positive or negative about it. I think we're gonna do this episode without music as well. Keep trying it out, and hopefully make these episodes better for you guys. That's really what asking those questions is about. Is I want to know what your guys' opinions are, so that I can still build the car, but I can make the episodes better for you. So thank you for all the support on that one. Yeah, so today we're gonna be doing a bunch of welding. We got all of the front suspension brackets tacked on, and then last episode we got started on some of the not cross bracing, but like bracketry bracing, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, for the tops. I got a bunch of little tabs cut here to finish off boxing in all those tabs. So today I want to get all those tacked on so that the tabs will stay nice and straight, and then we can go through and finish weld them all. So I came out last week and did all the cutting and grinding for all these little bits of metal that we're going to stick in there. So we shouldn't have to do that. So we should be able to just light up the welder and get to work. So let's do it. Alright, so we got all those tabs welded on there. They're just tacked on. Now we gotta go through and finish weld them all. I don't have a real good welding process to follow in order to prevent warpage. So we're probably just gonna kind of hopscotch around between mounts so that we don't get anything too hot all at once. And I'm gonna finish weld on all of the boxing in sections before I weld the main tabs onto the frame. Hopefully that'll prevent that side-to-side warpage. Another thing you guys might have noticed, I only did boxing in tabs for the bottom of the lower control arm mounts. I didn't box in the tops. The reason I did that is the lowers only have like 1.5 inches moment arm. Like the mount is only like 1.5 inches away from the frame rail. So there's not a whole lot of leverage on those, versus the upper mounts are like 4 or 5 inches out from the chassis, so they got a lot of leverage. So hopefully just having one on the lowers will be fine. I also did it out of 1/8 inch rather than the 16 gauge that we're using for everything else. So hopefully that's strong enough. If it isn't, if we start seeing a little bit of deflection on those lower mounts, I can come in later and add some triangulation on the back sides, but I don't think we're gonna need it. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started welding away. I got like 50 seams to weld up, so this is gonna take a long time. I'm gonna have to flip the chassis over a couple times to get it all the seams. I'm not a huge fan of welding upside down, so that's gonna take some time. So might as well get started. All right, we got all the seams on the bottom that we could get done, all along the boxing in on the bottom. What I noticed when I flipped the chassis over is we're getting this 16 gauge plate pretty hot, and on these upper ones where I'm actually welding, it's not a fillet weld, whatever, where I'm welding in the corner between the 1/8 inch main tabs and the 16 gauge brace, I'm actually getting the 16 gauge too hot and it's undercutting from the backside. So when we flipped it over, we got these lines here, and they're actually troughs. The metal is actually puckered in. So these are pretty visible pieces. They're gonna stick out the side of the nose cone. So I'm gonna have to come in here and fill all of these little puckers with weld and then grind it smooth, and just be a little bit more careful on our heat settings. We're only welding at 70 amps, so it should be fine, but because I'm moving so slow in order to get the 1/8 inch to melt, I'm overcooking my 16 gauge. So not a big deal, it's fixable. So we'll come in here and we'll weld all the seams that we can get to from the top now, and then fill in those ugly troughs. So just more welding. All right, guys, I'm tired of welding for the day, so I'm gonna call it an episode there. We didn't get the tabs welded on, but we got all of the bracing welded. So I'll have to come back next episode, finish welding on the tabs, and then hopefully modify the lower control arms so that I gotta put a bend in them. So we'll do that next episode. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Go check us out on Instagram, Leftfootfirst Media, and we'll see you next week. I'm out of here.